You have no chance if you're going to continue and look outside for your joy, for your happiness, for being calm, for being relaxed. Why? Because if you always look outside and look for other people to supply for you whatever it is that you want to feel, it will never work. You know, it might work for a little bit, but then eventually also it won't work, because you can't always count on other people to satisfy you. You need to look for the answers inside. Now, you don't need to do it. You could count on other people, but then you're going to stay in a jail for a really simple reason. They're not going to always to be there for you, and also when you think they're there for you, many times they're actually there for them, and that's not something bad, because if you're with a person that wants to be the best version of himself or herself, that's beautiful to be around those type of people. They could also be really caring, and with that said, you can count on them to take the responsibility for your happiness. Okay, you can look outside and say, okay, with him it would be better, with her it would be better, in this work it will be better. Again, you could do that as long as you take the responsibility to yourself. I'll explain a little bit more. When you want to feel any type of feeling, you want to make any type of change in life, or you want to enhance, okay, something that you have already, always ask yourself, okay, how can I do it? Okay, you want to go and take advice from other people? That's beautiful, that's amazing, it's even great. And then you decide what is good for you. You don't give them the keys to make the decision. You make that decision. When you look outside and you wait for them to make for you a decision, or you count on them to make you happier, calmer, and bring you to a better place, it just won't work. Okay, you see the wind behind me, right? This flow like the wind from place to place. Now, sometimes it's good to flow if you have yourself navigating. What does that mean? It means that you're doing what you could and focusing inside what you have right now in order to navigate in between the winds of life. And I'll explain. I think it was probably a few months ago, I spoke with a friend. He's also in the dating world, went out with a lot of girls. And he told me, like, every time I go out with someone and it's going nice, we're having a good time, relaxing, going out, maybe also hiking, and I said, okay, sounds good so far. What's the problem? He said, listen, doesn't matter with who I go out, every time I go out with someone, even with his serious girlfriends, then someone else came, he saw someone else, and he said, oh, maybe with her I'll have a better relationship. Okay, and then I said, wow, okay, it sounds familiar. Many people go through that. Like, is there something specific you're trying to tell me? He said, yeah. He said, I'm not able to have any relationship because each relationship, I think that I'm going to get to this place that I'll never look outside, and I'll be satisfied with the person that I'm with because she'll have all my needs met. And I asked him, you're basically counting on someone else to have your needs met, number one. Number two, you're looking outside and you're thinking maybe with her would be better. But based on what you just now said, also if you'll go to that other person, you'll be with her, and then you look again outside in order to have someone else meet your needs. So it sounds like a never-ending loop, is that right? He said, yes, exactly, that's the point. I said, okay, I understand it. First, thanks for sharing. It makes sense that your ego will look outside and think maybe someone else could be a better match. By the way, it could be with anything else also you're doing in life. The challenge is not the fact it's looking out, but better focus on what you have. And with that said, maybe the main challenge is, I told him that you're always looking for someone else to meet your demands or have supply you whatever it is that you want, that feeling. And like you just now told me, it doesn't matter. Even if I told you you'll be married, you always see someone, you'll say, especially in hard times, you're married, I told him, for example, and now you have a challenging week in your relationship, and then you had a really nice conversation at work with a single woman that you think, maybe she'll be better. It doesn't work that way, because also when you'll be with her, having her, expecting her, I'll say, meaning your expectations, you'll suffer again also with her. Okay, so when you're looking inside, okay, for yourself to answer your needs, then whoever it is that is coming with you on your path will see a lot of your inner beauty. And I'll explain what does it mean, inner beauty. Whatever it is you're looking for the other to supply for you, first try to supply for yourself. Okay, it's happiness. How can you be happy also when you're alone, not counting on anyone else? Joy, fulfillment, calmness, you want to be calm, okay, not only when you are with a different person, how can you be calm alone, okay? Whatever it is you want to feel, whatever it is you want to supply, or other people to supply for you, and you're looking out there. So first, see how you supply to your own. That's number one. Number two, specifically now I'm talking about this in relationships, you'll never really know if that other person that you're looking at, if that could really be a good relationship with him or her, since you only see them for a few minutes, or even if you're working with them, okay? You didn't go through a relationship with them and you didn't build anything with them. So yes, maybe there's a potential there for a relationship, but there's always potential for relationships. In order to get into the depth of the relationship, you must first not count on them to make you happy. That's your job. Together you create a third entity, and after that you also understand that yes, there'll be challenges. Yes, those challenges are time for growth. And if you're looking out there, remember, you can't really know what's going to be out there. And again, going back to you, how can you supply your own needs and together create something that is bigger than you? And with that said, that's not only in relationships, that's in anything in life. And I'm sure someone's saying, but you know what, I'm living with this person and they don't respect me, and every time I come towards them, I help them, and they're never there for me. I don't know your case. Maybe that's the case. Before you go and look out there or out there, first ask yourself, what can you do, nothing to do with the other person, in order to meet your needs? And again, if you want to work on your relationship and the other person doesn't, that's already a different story. If you want to stay there, maybe you see that a mission of your life, it's a great personal growth, but might be really challenging. So again, you need two people to play the game. But first, you play your part before passing the ball on. And like I mentioned before, it's in anything in life, okay? I'm not saying stay stuck wherever you are, okay? Let's say now you're in a job you don't like. That's fine, okay? Happens also to me. So first, before, it could be a really good practice, before you go and move for a different job, maybe it's time maybe to look for a new job. But ask yourself what it is you like in your job. If you have no clue what you want to go and do, so say, okay, no problem, I don't know what's my next step, but for now I'm here, I'm right now currently at this place. So what could I connect to in this place that I am? Again, it doesn't matter what field, relationship, work, anything. Find the things you could connect to. Maybe, on the way to work you see a beautiful tree, a beautiful flower. Maybe it's a nice person you see every day that you walk and that is a nice smile that they light your day. You might say, wait, but you just now said don't count on other people to light my day. I'm not saying cancel other people out of your life. Other people might bring a lot of joy and happiness into your life, and that's beautiful. We're human beings, that we're a social creature. With that said, don't count on them to do your work. Okay, so together you could create something that is bigger than yourself, but first take responsibility for yourself, because you're the most important person for you. Okay, no one will care for you more than you. Now you might be saying, wait, I'm always criticizing myself, I'm telling myself, well, I'm not good enough, and you just now told me that I'm the one that the most cares for me. It doesn't make sense. It does make sense. That part of you that is criticizing yourself is because it knows that you have this inner treasure, inner beauty that is unique for you. It has nothing to do with me or anyone else around you. Okay, so understand that when you tap into that inner beauty, you see more of your uniqueness, more of your skills. Now, when you have that inner critic that is coming and saying, nah, this is not right, they need to, to give me that feeling of happiness, of joy, of calmness. You're just tying yourself in jail, because you can't control other people. Even if you think you do, you can't. You can hardly control yourself, and so do I. Also, I can't control. The only thing I could do is do my best and then let go. So the same thing with you, okay? Anything in life that you're going through a good time now, amazing. If it has to do with other people, okay, think maybe you could continue and have more great times with them and maintain that into your schedule. And in addition with that, don't count on them to be the ones responsible for your happiness. Don't go look out there for someone, okay? Because that person out there, that critic that is telling you, you know what, I think actually you should look out there, told that critic, okay, I guess maybe you don't trust me, that I'll take care of myself. Do you want to tell me why? Want to explain to me? Now, when you have that inner conversation, you're not coming and giving criticism to that critic. You're coming from a place of curiosity. You're coming from a place, wow, interesting, I have a part of me that doesn't trust me or doesn't like me or thinks I'm not enough. Why is that? Let's have a conversation. Understand, okay? From a place of calmness, from a place that you want to connect, not to come and tear down. And maybe you'll get some messages that will help you have a much better life and maybe fix some things from your past. That way you could have a better future and not tie your future according to your past. And from those messages, you might get some messages that would also help you to grow and see more of your inner beauty, so you could like your path and the path of the people around you. If you connected to this video, I'll leave a link to a video below that I think you also like. Have a great day. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.